one of my secret filming sessions, I came across K-Man, who seemed genuine on the surface. In a bid to lure me into buying an inferior Samsung Galaxy X2 Plus, he reveals to me the tricks employed by people like him, who always parade the street here at Circle.
You say if you meet somebody with the general business, you know they like you. Somebody will show you iPhone 4, iPhone 5X. Where you know say that machine they call at 26 million. But if they give her 5 million, you know say money they cash you. But you know definitely the machine they give you, they don't go give you. You get channel 1 or Samina or ties, it cut in the form of that food. You know say if that one I go give you, so you go tell you say bring 5 million. If people can't type that one they like you go rush you and lie you are show you as miserable spoon where your money go cash. But if you give us small one, you go take. Because you don't say they don't go give you. But if you can't wait, miss somebody way, you go pay.
So that's what people they do for you.
That's what they do.
This is Accra Mobile. And by the way, Accra Mobile in Hausa means mobile phones are available. And according to other phone vendors, he is undoubtedly the most popular figure here at Circle. His popularity, though, was gained through notoriety. Accra Mobile, as he is affectionately called, has duped many phone buyers and occasionally exchanged blows with praise who have either been lucky or smart enough to detect his criminal intents. And today is no different, as he tried the usual tricks on this innocent young boy who almost got the original phone that was brandished before him by Accra Mobile. But these tricksters are always ready to put their lives on the line to protect the luxurious baits they use to attract their customers. Exactly what Accra Mobile did.
What you know you can't run by my phone. You want to see you want to do the swap. You understand? We can go charge the Chinese themselves. You know, you take my phone, you run out, you take our inside telephone. You understand? Hey, baby, hey, Aquaba.
If it is for you, take it out.
I be this. How much? How much be pricing?
Hey, how much pricing?
70. Kela. Oh, I'm a customer. Oh, ABS is here. No, that's for the so it's here. My Tiasama make a job. Tiasama make a job. When I could tap phone,
na you buy any your money scar and you will be I say your money 70 Ghana and the man no and I see charging system no and I'm saying man to me kwa no so me muna what didn't say team ho
What the phone papa no ma
what the mommy me na nekita me me na for kana or so me ha no team
Many unsuspecting phone buyers who choose the streets as their stop shop for buying cellular phone and were not as smart or lucky as this young man have fallen victim to the tricks employed here.
Now, you know, the ins and outs of getting a phone in Ghana.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. I'm sure it's because there's such a craze for, you know, some of these smartphones nowadays, and usually people can't afford it, so they'd rather go to these young men.
Like for example, I use which one is this?
Galaxy, no? Samsung one?
Samsung Note 4.
All right.
And I know it's up to 7 now. Yeah. And I'm wondering, so 5 has bypassed me, 6 has bypassed me, 7.
So please get the 7.
And even, the 7 I'll get it next year, not now. You know, but it's a craze that we all tend to have, making sure that we're fixated on all these gadgets. But what does it mean in reality? How much would we spend to get the kind of gadgets that we want? And I guess that's around the thrust around which our conversation should be.
Exactly. And my phone is an iPhone 6.
Yeah.
But the 7 is out.
The bourgeois say it's the most preferred.
No, it's not. It's not a thing about bourgeois. It's a thing about what you have taste for. Okay. I think I prefer this one to the Android.
And this is what we're going to do. We want to make sure that we let you in on what the ordinary person thinks, and the ordinary people like us. And so we'll take you to our newsroom. They're having a meeting right now, but we'll take you live there very soon. We'll also want to ask our own friends and colleagues what they think about the current craze, about getting the latest gadgets, what they will spend their money on. Would they spend their last to get the best? As far as I know, some of them don't use even some of the best, but we'll get to find out that as well. But we're here to do good conversations.
And we'll be glad to take your comments as well on WhatsApp. Share with us. How much are you willing to spend on your phone, and what would you let go so you can get that latest gadget that has been outdoed? I'm not sure I want to get the iPhone 7. Initially, I wanted to, but with all the reviews I'm hearing, probably I should wait. I should wait for the iPhone 8. I'm just thinking about that.
We'll see how that goes. But let's let you in on the person we have here to help us do the discussions. He's called Spiky, but real name, real Beth name, given to him by his parents is Kwabna Nkrumah. He is a digital media coordinator for Multimedia Group. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Great, so good to have you.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about phones and the craze around phones. Let's start with, is it worth it? I mean, the latest on the block, if I would use that word, is the iPhone 7. Is it worth it if I let go of my iPhone 6 for an iPhone 7?
It depends on really what you want in a phone. The new iPhones come with, they're basically the same as what you have now, but they have new features like waterproof and then better cameras. So if that's what you really want, if you're someone who likes taking pictures, then yes. But then, like I said earlier, I would rather you waited for the iPhone 8 because then Apple will be celebrating their 10th anniversary and they will be planning something big for them.
Interesting. Let us talk about the cost of these gadgets. The cost it can be really painful getting a phone.
It is.
Why is it? Does it have to do with, and I know how all these tech guys talk about it's our idea and so their idea is costly. Is it really about the production or manufacturing of the phone that makes it that costly, or is just the idea someone thinks I need to sell for a lot of money?
It is the idea that someone thinks I need to sell for a lot of money, because once CNN did a breakdown of the cost of production for an iPhone, and it was actually half the price they're selling it for. So if you'd realize that people are buying these things because it's more of a fashion statement. It's more of a social, I'm a status kind of thing. I have an iPhone, so and you don't, so that makes me higher up the food chain than you. So that's why people are actually spending this money, and the businesses have realized that. So they're taking advantage of the people's ignorance and then selling them things as outrageous as $1,000 for a phone. There are phones that even exceed that price point, like the luxury brands, Virtu. Those even encrust their phones in diamonds and gold plates them, and those cost about $24,000 exclusively. Some even come with concierge services. You can actually call your private concierge whenever you're ready. You have access to private clubs when you buy a phone like that. So the rich and the affluent will buy phones like that.
And those ones are custom made?
Custom made, yes. Very limited.
What type of phones do you use?
I use a Google Nexus and a Samsung Galaxy S7.
Okay, so you're a tech geek.
Yes.
Okay. Now, particularly because of what you're interested in, your kind of trade, that informed you also to get that kind of feeling?
Exactly.
And your watch is pretty special. What about it?
That's a Samsung Galaxy Gear S2. It gives me everything.
Samsung Galaxy
Gear S2.
But that's a digital watch.
No, it's not.
Charlie, if I have better info watch. Look,
maybe we could zoom in on the watch a bit and see what it does. Okay, so
yes, over here it tells me the weather.
Okay, and it's actually reading NEMA.
Yes,
24 degrees Celsius.
You don't mean it?
Yeah.
Like on the phone?
Yeah.
So yes, it takes the information from the phone and then brings it to my watch.
Okay, and then what again?
It tracks the number of steps. So this morning I've taken 364 steps. It has a heart rate monitor, so my heart is beating at about 75 BPM right now.
Right.
And I get news.
Just like when I'm holding my phone, my Samsung phone.
Using your phone.
Okay.
Exactly. And
that's great.
I can track my watch.
This one, how much does it cost? You can play music through
Yes,
it?
it has inbuilt storage, so I can connect it to my Bluetooth earphones and then play music and do a workout.
How much does it cost? I mean,
it will averagely ranging from about 500 Ghana cedis to about 1,200 Ghana cedis, depending on the specification.
A tech watch.
You know, it pays school fees for some kids.
It does. It does.
Well, then, but it sure gives him a lot of services. For example, checking your heartbeat. And
my son, Samsung, they have an app there. So.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easier to know
your steps. So when I'm exercising, usually I'm listening to music on, and it kind of tells me I've finished my daily rates. Workout, and it's great. But now we want to take you to our newsroom, and we're having a meeting, a good meeting that we always have, special meeting. That's where we do the best deliberations and come up with the best ideas. We want to ask some of our colleagues. I particularly told them to interview Fred Smith. He doesn't use a very good phone, not like mine though. And so we wanted to speak to some of them and get some of these points we're raising about cost, how far they'll go to get some of the best phones that they like, and whether they are very phone digital media savvy.
Exactly.
When you use and also why they settled on using their phone. So first of all, I'll start with Mr. Fred. Hello, Mr. Fred. How are you?
I am good.
Okay, so what phone do you use?
I use Alcatel One Touch.
Okay, so is it able to serve you all the things that you need to do as a journalist?
Yeah, I've had challenges. I've used several brands, and my main challenge has been the strength of the battery to last me the whole day. So I've tried, I don't know if I have to mention the brands, but I've tried all, and I think this serves me right because I always, I have several social media platforms that I use my phone to operate, and it's been difficult trying to get my battery lasting me the day. So when I settled on this, I'm able to go through half a day without charging, and I think that's cool. I love it.
So would you spend a fortune on a phone, and why?
It's good to do that, but not when I have some other, needs to take care of.
All right, thank you very much. I'll go to Mr. Akable. Hello, Akable. What phone do you use?
I use an Infinix Hot 2.
Is it able to save you all the things that you need to do?
Yes, I actually settled on it because it takes good pictures, and when you go out on assignment, you should be able to take good pictures. Then again, the quality of the recording. So those were the two reasons that informed my decision to use this phone.
So the iPhone 7 is going on sale today, and it costs about $700. So would you spend that much on the phone?
Well, I think basically in deciding which phone you use, one thing that you look out for is your ability to afford it. Yes. So if it's within means, why not? But if it's something that is beyond means, I won't settle for it. And with this amount, I don't think I'll settle for it.
Thank you very much for your time. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
What phone do you use?
I use a Samsung.
Wow. So are you able to explore all the things that you need to do as a journalist?
Yes.
Okay, so would you spend, let's say, $700 on a phone?
No.
Why no? Because you're a journalist, and I think you should be able to take quality pictures. You need to have, quality sound and stuff. So,
well, I think there are phones that will cost less that will do the same function. So I won't spend that much on a phone.
Thank you very much. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Kweku. How are you? I use a Samsung Galaxy E5.
So why did you buy this phone?
Actually, I was lucky. I was gifted this phone after my LG was stolen. Yeah, so a friend said, I need a phone. And that time I was using an itsy-bitsy tiny little phone, and he said it doesn't fit me, so he got me this one.
So is it really useful for you as a journalist?
It's an excellent phone. It does the work it needs to do. Takes great sounds, takes great pictures. The only thing is the battery runs down very quickly because there's a lot of apps running on it. But it's a durable phone. It's a steady, sturdy phone for me.
Does it mean you have to go for a quality phone?
Yeah, you should. You should go for a quality phone. If you can afford it, why not?
So would you spend about $700 just to buy a phone that will save you all the things that you need to do?
I mean, if I can afford it, why not? Yeah.
Because the iPhone 7 is going on sale today, and we are finding out from people what they make of it. whether they would like to, spend that amount on just the phone.
Yeah, okay. You see, the thing is, people think that, $700 on a phone is exorbitant. But really, when you look at the phone and what it can do for you and how it will enhance your personal life, your professional life, and if you have the budget for it, I mean, you're not going to break bank to buy it. You can still eat after buying that phone. Why not?
Whoa, so that's Jennifer for you. So let me go to Manessa and find out what phone he's using. Hello, Manessa, how are you?
I'm very fine.
What phone do you use?
This Samsung Galaxy Note 5.
So why did you settle on this phone?
I settled on it because it has the features that will enhance my work, and I think it's very good. It takes good pictures, social media, and whatever I want to do with it, I'm able to do. And I can say this is the most expensive phone I've ever bought in my life.
Really?
Until I bought this phone, I'd never used a phone costing more than 250 Ghana cedis.
So, would you spend a fortune on a phone that will enhance your work as a journalist?
If it will enhance, fine, but it shouldn't be exorbitant because I also have a voice recorder and I have a camera, a digital camera that can zoom and take better pictures than any phone I can think of. So I don't think it makes sense to spend excessively on a mobile phone, but this is okay. It helps me do a lot of things.
Well, you heard from Manessa and he wouldn't spend a fortune on a phone. So let me find out from Bagba. Wow, Bagba, is this your phone?
Yes, man.
What type of phone is it?
Okay, maybe I should make this point. Previously, I was using an iPhone. I also used an HTC, but I didn't facilitate my work as much as this phone is doing. So this is an Infinix, and so far it has proved very, helpful. Some phones are necessities, others are luxuries, and I settled for the necessities. So yeah, that's it. Basically.
So what informed your decision to buy this phone?
I think it's also an issue about cost. It's also an issue about what is in vogue. And I can tell you that Infinix currently is in vogue. Like you find a lot of people using Infinix, and they say a lot of good things about it. So that influenced my decision to get an Infinix. Yeah.
So would you spend, let's say, $700 on a phone?
I mean, why not? If it's providing me with all the things that I need, I mean, I can spend as much as $700 dollars to get a phone. So far as it lives up to the billing, I mean, I would do it definitely. Why not?
Well, this is Agaba, and he wouldn't mind spending a fortune on a phone. So let me get to Mr. Kwame to find out the type of phone that he would like to use or the kind of phone that he's using. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, how are you?
So what I see, there are two phones in front of you.
Yeah. This is iPhone S3, Note S3. This is iPhone, Samsung Note 5, Note 3. This is Note 5.
So, are you deriving the benefits from the phone?
Fantastic, to make calls.
So, what really made you go for this phone?
I had good friends get them for me.
So you didn't actually buy it yourself?
Yeah, I didn't. And I know somebody watching me now is going to buy me the iPhone 7.
Really?
Yeah.
That cost about $700?
Yeah, it's always good to give. So somebody watching me is going to surprise me with iPhone. And then next week is my birthday. So I know somebody is going to, 22nd is my birthday, so somebody is going to surprise me, and I believe.
So what about you surprising somebody with the iPhone?
No, the person will surprise me first because it's my birthday next week.
Well, okay, next week is Kwame's birthday and he's expecting people to surprise him with the iPhone. So let me get to Mr. Fifi to find out the kind of phone he's using and why he's using that phone. Mr. Fifi, good morning.
Good morning.
So what phone? Let me see the phone you are using. Whoa, Mr. Fifi, what kind of phone is this?
This is an iPhone. This iPhone 4S. I love the iPhone because it helps me do my work. It has the apps that make work go on.
Whoa, so I believe now that the iPhone 7 is coming on board today, you will actually get one for yourself.
There was iPhone 5S, iPhone 6S, iPhone 7. Now, in fact, I didn't buy any of them. Maybe I'll consider buying one of them, but right now it's not a priority.
Why? Why isn't it a priority?
Because it's not.
Okay, well, you heard Mr. Vivian. Okay, let me find out from Kobe. Kobe, what is your phone?
My phone is here. It's a small phone. It's an Asus Zen phone. It's a small phone.
Oh, so why did you decide to buy this phone? Is it, I mean, as a journalist, are you able to derive, the right benefits from the phone?
Yes, I think so. My social media is good here. My camera is quite good. I think it does everything. Yes, it's quite.
And the conversations are continuing in the next show.
Interesting one.
But one thing I got to know, all the best phones in every newsroom have been held by women.
Really?
Yeah. Jennifer like that. Free phone.
Well, let me pick a few of your messages on this one. This one says the iPhone 6 Plus is awesome. And this one says, I'll never buy a phone exceeding 500 Ghana
Where's he texting from? I want to know where.
believe people don't use up to 30% of the functions of a phone.
Where's he texting
I currently use a Microsoft 640 XL, and I think it's fine. Anyway, if I get the iPhone 7 as a gift, I'd like it. He's texting from La Paz. That's Christian. Now, talking about the functions of the phone, that's another conversation we are going
La Paz is 500 Ghana.
With Kwabna Nkrumah, who's a digital media coordinator here at Multimedia Group Limited. Kwabna, this phone, at best in a day, I text, I make phone calls, and even when I say text, I'm talking about WhatsApp. And I watch videos on YouTube, I get on Facebook, I surf the internet. Let's talk about the amount we spend on phones and really how much we are using those phones.
Well, we're talking about the iPhone 7 Plus and the iPhone 7 peaking at about $1,000, and people are going to pick them up, and they're going to end up using 10% of the features of the phone.
Like mine?
What? He's using a Note 4, but I can assure you,
tell me.
He's not. Have you ever used your IR blaster?
Yeah. What's that?
It's an infrared controller that allows you to turn on and off any device that has an IR.
Oh, I tried using it on my phone, on my TV, but apparently my TV is a Born. It's called Braun.
So you can add it. There's even an app that has more.
Yeah, I tried, but I couldn't manipulate it. So I deleted the app.
So you can do that, and then you can screencast. That's share whatever is on your screen on a bigger screen. So you get home, and then maybe someone sends you a video wirelessly. You don't even have to connect anything.
Tell me this.
And then you just beam everything straight to the.
Serious?
Yes. There's a lot of features. You can share files over wireless without. People are still using Bluetooth, but Bluetooth is 2008. Now we're using Wi-Fi Direct. That's faster and even more.
On this phone, iPhone.
On your Note 4.
It's actually
still one of the smartest devices around now.
This is serious.
You see? So we spend a lot of money on our phones, but we don't even use it to 50% of its capacity or function.
Some people have them and they only tap phone, contact, messages, WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat.
Please forgive me, the parents. Some of the parents do that.
And it's our responsibility.
The old folks, they don't really know what to do with the phone.
It's our responsibility
and they buy
to show
a
them.
Note 4 or an iPhone and they're just sending messages and making phone calls. It's a waste of money, isn't it?
Some of them, at least, they read books on them.
Well, I'm not sure how many of the old folks do that. Let me just take this message from Sani. You're saying you were duped at Circle while trying to swap a phone. They took your old phone and 80 Ghana cedi in addition and gave you a package of soap. Really sorry about that.
I know somebody who experienced that 2 times. Not the same person though, but 2 people.
Oh.
Yeah, they all had those bars of soap. I don't know whether it was key soap. Was put in there. But initially when they encounter you, they show you the right phone.
Yeah.
So I think somehow when you get distracted,
they find a way.
It's a final moment where they will actually tell you, you know what, we don't agree on the pricing again. Give us back our phone. So the moment you give him back the phone, he swaps it. So they usually have the fake one strapped, under the shirt or in the pocket, or someone passing behind them.
It's actually a syndicate.
It's a syndicate. We did that experiment once. The guy gave me the phone, I took the phone, I looked at it, and I put it in my pocket. And he wouldn't agree for me to keep the phone in my pocket. He wanted the phone back. I said, okay. I gave him the phone, and then within a few seconds, he gave me back the phone. I paid very close attention. I told him, this is not the phone he gave to me initially. He's like, nah, this is it. So we argued, I gave him back the phone, they gave me my money. And I walked away. But I had it all on film.
Wow.
All right. So that's where we have to end our conversation.
Christian from La Paz is laughing at you. He says exactly what he says. He's Roland. Roland, he says you don't know the functions of your phone. But you spent a fortune on that.
No, I do know the I think I know about 50%, but the thing is that the rest of the 50, I don't use them.
Yeah, but really,
it's not I don't know. I know, but I don't use them.
But you don't use them. But really, I think that a lot of people, underutilize their phones. They spend a lot of money.
Some of the features now we don't even need. They're just slapping them on there because will you go swimming with your phone?
No.
So why buy a waterproof phone? Just because you want to swim.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was Kwabna Nkrumah. He's a digital media coordinator here at Multimedia Group Limited. And we'll be talking about phones and buying a phone, the functions of your phone, and all the craze about the newer versions that are coming. And Roland has been giving some tips on how to use his phone and some of the functions and some of the benefits of his phone.
I use them adequately, so the functions, Charlie.
But not up to 100%. I accept that I don't use.
I think we all don't use them 100%.
Yeah, but this has been a very interesting conversation. A lot of your comments coming through here on WhatsApp, and this one says, about 2 years ago, my senior brother and I decided to go to Franco. All right, okay. I'm not sure I want to mention the name. Let me just count through this. You're saying hashtag the day you never forget. It shocked you that no one was ready to help. It's quite a lengthy one. And this one says, I'll never spend huge money on an iPhone, even if it tells me when.
Why Jesus, are you texting for? I want to know. They're all the boys that don't spend. I want to know that.
Even if it will tell him when Jesus will come, he's not going to spend.
So we here, Kukumemble, iPhone.
Roland.
Go there. Lexus.
Interesting.
Another one is Infinix. I can see Infinix.
Right.
We'll have to take a break. When we come back, we're having a lot more discussions and we'll talk a lot more politics and the economy and other subjects of relevance taking place in the public arena on AM Talk. To stay on.